What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 53. Boom. Man, we back again. Man, it's story time. Y'all know we overdue. Man, for the last week, we've been going through ups and downs, twists, turns around, and all type of little West Coast shenanigans versus down south hooligans. You know what I'm saying? But whatever it is, we the foundation. We gonna weather the storm, and we gonna make it through. Like we doing. Y'all loyal to me, foundation. I'm loyal to y'all, and I like that. So that's why I know it's time to jump off the BS track and get back on the story track. That's what y'all tune in for. Y'all want to hear the stories, man, and I got plenty of them, homie. Anyway, man, you can probably tell from the title. I don't know, the title might have thrown y'all because I don't even know the title yet. But anyway, man, this is a story, man, about siblings. Man, about brothers, man. Now, let me show you something. It's one thing about being down south. Down south, man, in the dirty south, they real big on family structure. They real big on family. I know. My cat over there boo-booing scared me. She hurt her paw, y'all, and she liked this. I took her to the vet today, and the vet was closed. I was so mad about that, man. I wanted to cry real tears, man, because my little puffball is in some serious pain. You know what I'm saying? She gonna be all right, though. I'm gonna take her tomorrow, though. But anyway, family means a lot down south. I don't think it does now in this day and age as much as it did in yesteryear. But they real big on family, y'all. I was in prison with a lot of cats, you know, that had family in there. You know, I've been in there. It was 4 brothers. All 4 of them was in the prison together. All 4 of them. You feel what I'm saying? And the funny part is, one of them, the youngest one, was a real live wire. He was a live wire, a straight butthole. And he stayed into something, and he kept his other 3 brothers who were really trying to go home into some mess. And he wasn't going home. But, you know, hey, it is what it is, was what it was. It's going to be what it's going to be, man. Or see, you know? But anyway, this is a story about 2 brothers, man, that was from 2 different factions, 2 different gangs. One was a disciple and one was a blood. Now, in Alabama, disciples and bloods get into it a whole lot. A whole lot. In fact, you might have the disciples and bloods might get into it worse than Crips and Bloods. You know? They gets into it, man. There's always something. And this was a situation on the yard, maximum security yard, that it went down. Now, one brother slept in the block I was in. The other brother slept in another block down the hall, y'all. They was real cool with each other. You know what I'm saying? They loved each other all the time. But now the cold part about it, both of them was down for what they represented. You know what I'm saying? They was both down for that. Hold on, let me turn this fan down, y'all. Yeah, they was both down for what they represented. And Bloods and Disciples got into it one day. The whole yard knew it was going down. They knew it. It was building up to it. A Disciple dude had slapped a Blood dude on the yard the day before. Bow! What it was about, I'm not really 100% sure. I did know then, and pretty much, I didn't really pry into it even after the fact, after all the shenanigans that went down. I didn't even pry into it. But I knew that the disciple dude had slapped the Blood dude on the yard. About what, I'm not really sure. I heard it was over a cell phone. Tripping about a cell phone. But anyway, foul. Now, this is the thing in Alabama. One of the worst things you can do to a person in Alabama prison is slap him. For some reason, they take that as major disrespect. Major. You slap a fool, bow. You have disrespected him to the nth degree. in Alabama. In fact, slapping him is worse than spitting on him out here. Seem like to me. Now, for me, now, no. To me, spitting is the epitome of disrespect. It don't get no worser. To me, you know what I'm saying? Spitting, and I'm gonna add in to me. Now, this just to me. If you haul off and kick a fool in his behind, to me, boy, look here. You know, it's bad putting your feet on a person already, but you just haul off and kick them in their behind. Foul, punk. Oh man. But anyway, I would always say, you know, to me, it's a little backwards to me because I look at it like this here. If hold on. Hold on. Oh shoot. Bang. Okay. Now, to me, it's like if you get the first lick, if you go get the first lick on me, I would prefer you to slap me than punch me. Because 9.9 times out of 10, I'm going to bounce back from a slap. Yeah, it's going to sting. Yeah, it's going to hurt. Bow. Ooh. But it ain't going to knock me out unless you just, you know, they got a thing out here called getting slapped to sleep. Slapped to sleep. I've seen many dudes get slapped and go out like a light. You know what I'm saying? You see it all the time on the slap thing that be on YouTube where they be slap fighting or whatever. You got to hold your hands in back of you. Fire. But me personally, man, slap me because I'm going to react the same. I'm going to act. If you slap me or punch me, you put your hands on me. So the reaction is still going to be the same. But now I want to be able to react. So bow, the slap, oh. But now, you know, you tee off on the dude, bam, clip that chin, man, you know what I'm saying? You can slap that, break that nose, break a jaw. If you're hitting hard enough, you can fracture that orbital lobe, the cheekbone, you can fracture that, boom, boom, boom. All that with them hard fists. I don't want that. Man, the skin is tender, and I don't want it tenderized. Go ahead and just slap me, you know. But anyway, this dude, the disciple guy, he slapped the blood guy. Bow! Now, the blood guy didn't fight back. He didn't fight back. So now, when it got back to the Bloods, that he had let a disciple slap him and didn't do nothing, they forced his hand. They forced his hand. The next day, when the yard opened up, they had already gotten his ear and told him whatever, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like I was privy to it. It ain't like I was there. But I guess, you know, I'm guessing on this one, they kind of like let him know. Well, I ain't even got to guess because I found out, yeah, they made him react. Either you go get your get back or we go get you. If you go get your get back, whatever it turned into, we got it. We got it. We going to be right there with you. We going to back you up all the way down the line. And they was. Man, listen. Now it spread, you know, ain't no secrets in prison. Penitentiary hotline be buzzing like a big dog. Word got around, oh, it's going down in the morning. When yard open up, it's going down. Okay. So now the Bloods done sent word to all they people, hey man, come to the yard in the morning, man. It might go down. So okay, they preparing themselves. Same thing that happened with the G's. Now when I say with the G's, in Alabama, that's a term, that's like a nickname for disciples. They call themselves G's for short, for the gangsters. Okay. So now with the disciples, word done spread through the grapevine too. Hey man, come to the yard. It's finna go down. So of course, with all these hotlines buzzing and dudes talking and whoop, 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 you know, we heard about it. In fact, because my cellie at the time was a disciple. So he wired me up. Hey man, you know, man, we finna whoop, whoop, wop, wop, wham. Of course, you know, with him being the disciple, me being a crip, and they going against the Bloods, he gonna tell me, you know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Never know. Might be joining in. Didn't happen that way though. But anyway, so Word went around for the Crips to like, look, hey, tomorrow in their yard, man, them Bloods and them disciples, they finna get at it, man. They finna get at it. Stay out the way. So bang, dudes sending messages around. Okay. So now, wasn't even tripping on the part that the disciple Kai brother was a Blood. I didn't trip on that until we went to the yard. Now we went to the yard. So now when the yard opened up that morning, they had what's called pill call. You got pill call. Then from pill call, you come back, you lock back down. You got work, you got school, you got work and school call. Everybody leaving out, going to work and school. So now once all that's cleared out the way and the yard get cleared, man, you got you about a 30 to 45 minutes for the police go ahead and open up the yard. So now dudes waiting. I'm seeing all the disciples that was in my block. They got their state coats on, boots laced up tight, got their beanies pulled down low. That's war gear. That's war apparel. That's we finna get down for our grits and gravy. It's finna blow. Woo, wait. Cool. Now, me and my big stupid behind, I went out there with my war gear on just in case. I ain't had nothing to do with it. Crips ain't had nothing to do with it. I just wanted to be sure, just in case. Didn't know how big it was gonna get or none of that. But just to make sure, Anyway, so the yard opened up. When the yard opened up, we go to the yard. Now, the disciples that was in the block, I wasn't walking with them. They was walking in a group. I was walking with about 4 or 5 different, Crips. And we talking about it. So we shot, straight to the yard. Want to get through the G gate, the whole hookup. Boom, got to the yard. Now, when I come in the gym, it was about 8, 9, about 8, 9, 10 Crips over on the bleachers, way over in the corner by the ping pong table. I made a C line right over there to them. Yep. I'm like, cuz, what's up, man? What you boo. So we talk. Hey, man, this fool finna get it, man. It's finna go down. Like, yeah, that's what it seemed like. Cuz, we gonna stay right here and stay out the way. We gonna stay right. I said, in fact, come on, let's go to the top of the bleachers. We want to go to the top of the bleachers so we can look down on the festivities. Shot to the top of the bleachers. Yeah. So the Bloods, when you come through this gym door, you got the big old gym. You got the hobby craft. You got a leather shop over here where they making purses and handbags in the leather shop. You got the hobby craft room over here where they making all type of wood stuff. You know what I'm saying? Doing stuff with the wood and all this and that. They got another little room in the back where they doing just, cutting leather and, shaving wood and doing all what they doing, grouting the wood and all that. You got right here, whereas the office is, where the police got the big window, they can see out on the floor for the basketball games and all that now. Then you got the door where you go out to the big yard, where they got the softball field, the iron pile, the track and all that. The Bloods are out on the yard. That's where they going to. So now while we coming to the yard, you got disciples and Bloods coming through the gate at the same time. They ain't talking to each other. They ain't talking. But they know what's probably finna happen. It wasn't written in stone yet, but they know what's probably finna happen. So boom, the Bloods shoot straight through the gym, out the side door, going to the big yard. All the disciples were in the gym. So now, here it is. Now, this was a strictly GD thing. The gangster disciples. This was strictly their fight. The BDs and the IGDs and the few little sprinkles of the 274s, the BGDs, and the new breeds, the BGs, they wasn't getting in it. They was watching. It was some of them in there because with me being there so long, I know different dudes and what faction they from. Over in that corner where all the GDs was grouped up at, wasn't none but them. It wasn't none but them. And in my mind, I'm telling the homies, we sitting there talking, I'm like, cuz. Boy, I can just imagine how many knives over there in that group. Woo! You and your guys coming back out here. Okay, I got the call. I had to read that. But anyway, man, so, because that's one thing in the Alabama prison. Everybody played with knives. Everybody played with knives. But them GDs play with them knives. Boy, they play with them knives for real. You know? So boom. It's finna go. They grouped up. So now look. They start filtering out. So I'm telling the homies, I'm like, cuz, when they filter out, we gonna filter out behind them, and so we can watch with my good nosy behind. You know what I'm saying? And the homies was nosy too. So when all the GDs went out on the yard, the Bloods was on the other side of the iron pile out in the grass. They was out in the grass. GDs fell out. They as soon as they fall out, they don't just fall out. They fall out and they spread out along the wall. Now, like I tell y'all, Alabama prison system is different from California prison system. Ain't no guns. Ain't no guns, man. Ain't no guns. I learned that the hard way my very first day in prison. In that prison right there, two dudes was wrestling, and I thought that they was finna be shot. And I dove in the dirt. And the homies was laughing. Like, the cut, what you doing? I'm like, man, y'all get out the way, man. They finna shoot. They finna shoot. They finna shoot. So they like, who finna shoot? I'm like, the gun tower. They was like, cuz, ain't no guns here. This ain't Cali. I'm like, what? Anyway, I told y'all about that story. So, but now they fall out on the wall. They fall out on the wall. So now one dude, he peel off. Whatever the rules was that they agreed to or whatever, I don't know. But now one of the blood dudes peeled off, and they talking woo 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 woo. And I guess that they was trying to say, okay, well, he got to get down with him. Your people did this, your people did that. Your people did this, your people did that. Okay. Boom. This was the weird part. This where it got kind of flugazy to me. The blood dude who had to get out and do something, he was the one who had a brother that was a disciple. Another disciple had slapped him. He got to get out for his grits and gravy. But his brother's a disciple. So boom. Now, if they knew that ahead of time or not, I don't know. I didn't know. They might have known. I'm a looky-loo, y'all. Standing way to the back, just watching with the rest of the C Nation. So boom. Dudes go to bumping. They come on out to get out. They come on out to get out. Dudes go to bumping. This a trip. The blood dude, he fight. Boom, 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 boom. He fight with the disciple dude. Boom, 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 boom. The disciple dude was doing pretty good, but he started winning. Now, the blood dude's brother, who was a disciple, he wasn't going to stand there and see his brother get whooped. He shoot in. The cold part about it, check this out. This is the weird thing. When he shoot to go get in it, the blood thought, because he was a disciple, that he was coming to pack out the blood dude with the other disciple. But it wasn't like that. I found that out later on. Because that's what I thought at first was going on. He was really coming to help his brother, which his brother was a blood. But now that made the Bloods rush. They attacked. Attack! Like 300. That made the disciples attack! And they clash. Boom! They bumping. Boop, 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 bop, bam. They getting it. They getting it. They getting it. They getting it. So I'm thinking, man, listen, I'm thinking it was going to be like a few years earlier than that when the GDs and the BDs got into it in the gym and they squared off. But now, it went to knife play between two different dudes. But now they out there, they rumbling, tumbling, stumbling, fumbling, and bumbling. They getting it for all they worth, y'all. They get down now. Somebody must have ran in and told the police. Police run out and look out. He hit the alarm. Now the police coming. But now dudes, they fighting. They throwing weight bars. They throwing little 10-pound weights. This is when that prison still had all their weights. They still got weights today, but not like they did back then. They kind of took them and put them up. But anyway, man, they throwing 5-pound them little 5-pound weights, not dumbbell, but the 5-pound weights, little boom. They slinging them. They slinging dumbbell. They swinging with the weight bars. They getting down for all they worth. They bumping. I ain't gonna even lie. I don't know what happened with the two brothers. I don't know what happened with them. I don't know what happened with them. I don't know if they fought each other, if they fought side by side, if they decided that they didn't want to, fight each other and went separate ways. I don't know. It's weird when that happens. I've been, even in Cali, I've seen weird situations like that. And I've seen situations like that several times when I was in Alabama. In fact, one of my first fights was in Alabama, was against two brothers out of Huntsville. Anybody that's out there from Huntsville, they know the Kelly boys. I had to fight Maxwell Kelly and TK. They was brothers. I think TK name is Terry Kelly and Maxwell Kelly. But anyways, Maxwell Kelly and TK. Big reputation in the Alabama prison system. They known for them hands, gunplay, however you want to do it. I didn't know who they were when I had to fight them. And it wasn't like I had a choice, because I started out fighting one, and bow, I got hit from the blind side and turned. Here come the other. So now I got to fight both of them. And boom, 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 boom. I told y'all about that story at the football game. We kicked the ride off at the football game. First football game I was ever in. No, not the first, but I think the third. But anyway, boom, I told y'all about that story. But anyway, y'all know how it is, man, with brothers. Man, brothers gonna get down with each other. They gonna get down. They gonna fight. I've seen situations where brothers went against each other. You never know, man. It all depends on how strong the ties that bind are. It depends on how you feel about it, how y'all relationship was or is, and it all depends. My two cousins, my cousin who turned me out to be a Crip, Walter. His brother was an OG Pyru out of Compton. Now these my cousins, same mom and daddy. You know what I'm saying? They brothers, same mom and daddy brothers, raised in the same house. But one of them was my cousin who brought Crip to me was an original spook town out of Compton, and his brother was from either West Side Pyru or Fruit Town. He was from one of them, named Wolf. But they used to fight, man. When I was a young kid, I used to go over there and see them all the time. They tearing it up. Boom, boom, boom. My auntie be, y'all, quick. And they was two big old dudes. And they used to be getting it. And I never could understand why Walter and Wayne was always fighting. As I got older, and Walter introduced me to Crip, and I started, getting my feet wet and learning, who get along with who, what is what, when is when, where is where, and what's how. That's when I realized, that's why they always bumping. One of blood, one of Crip. And they don't, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. But man, man, listen, I've seen, and not been in, but seen situations where, at family reunions, family getting into it, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that gang thing, no matter what state you in, it get wicked, it get tricky and Mickey, man. It can get tricky and Mickey. But I don't know if them two fought each other. But I know that's what kicked it off. His brother started kind of getting handled a little bit, and he ran out there to help him. And the Bloods thought he was running to jump on him, and they attacked, and the GDs attacked, and they was getting down. And the police got there, sprayed, locked up who they was gonna lock up, got who they was gonna got, boom. And that was that. Another day in prison. None fancy, none spectacular, another day in prison, So anyway, man, it's me, your big part of Cartoon 5-3. Like I say, had to get back to the story time, man, and tell y'all about that one. Two brothers, man. Two brothers. Anyway, I know it's a lot of y'all out there, man, that have brothers that are in direct opposition to what you claim or what you represent. Man, y'all let me know how y'all handle that, man. If you got cousins or whatever, family members that are that are in direct opposition to what you represent. Y'all go get in the comments and let me know, man. But I'm glad to be back, y'all. So always remember, man, stay safe, stay above ground. At the end of the day, keep your head on the swivel, man. Survive, always. I know a lot of y'all just heard what happened in Birmingham last week. Major shootout. At a gas station that I used to always go to, man. When I tell you these youngsters out here ain't playing, gunning each other down, man. They said it was in excess of over 400 rounds let off. Over 400 rounds let off. Point blank at the gas station. Oh, one group at another group going at it. I gotta check into it though. I'm gonna give y'all another update on it. From our understanding, one dude is deceased. One dude is critical in the hospital, and it was supposed to be like a 5-on-5 or 6-on-6 shootout or whatever. However it went, I don't really know all the details. I'm just really getting privy to it myself. But anyway, y'all stay up, man. Foundation Nation for the win, y'all. Peace. I'm out.
Gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie. Ain't nobody gangsta boogie.